So there's some things I'm going to talk about in the video today. I'm going to talk about the screen. I'm going to talk about the wireless charging on the battery, the haptic feedback, and I'm going to talk about the actual company itself, which is Shearwater. So let's dive right into the video. So as you guys see here, the screen is absolutely beautiful. It's an AMOLED screen. It is very, very, very bright. And I only say that because you can see it in the brightest of day. Even underwater, it's fantastic. I haven't had an instance where I wasn't able to see that. With that being said too, which ties into the screen, is the actual glass portion, which is sapphire crystal. If you guys are not aware of sapphire crystal, they used to use it on cell phones quite a bit, and it is extremely difficult to scratch. It is very durable. They stopped doing it on cell phones because it's more costly to produce, and cell phones have a more plastic body. So sapphire crystal, when it comes to a flexible body and people dropping their phones, those screens tend to break a little bit. Well, the Teric here is a solid construction body. It's not going to flex when you drop it. So with that being said, sapphire crystal works fantastic on here because it's not going to break, it's not going to contort or anything like that and crack. So next one I'm going to talk about is the haptic feedback, the vibration function on the watch, which is great. If you ever hear anybody or dive with anybody that has audible alarms, it's extremely annoying. At times you cannot turn them off either. They just have to cycle through. Having the vibration function on the dive computer, it alerts you and only you. I do like that about it. I don't wear a dry suit, so I can't speak on that, but I can definitely feel the haptic feedback through my wetsuit and on your bare skin. So I love what Shearwater did with the charging for this watch. So they made it more of a wireless charger for this actual dive computer. You kind of just set the dive computer into its little dock and it charges up wirelessly through there. I think that's great, and I'm going to show you guys a few different ways how you can charge it. One's going to be through a power bank, so that is going to be great if you're taking it on dive boats and stuff like that, if you want to charge it between dives, through an actual wireless charging pad itself. And next, you can actually turn your phone into a wireless charging pad if you have a newer updated phone. I'm using a Galaxy S21 Ultra, so I can actually make that a wireless charging pad. I can charge my Teric through my phone, which is pretty cool. So let's get into that right now. So here we have our Teric. As you guys can see, we are at 46% battery life. Though it's not the end of the world, we are between dives. You might want some peace of mind. You want to get a little bit extra charge on there for your dive and maybe your ride home. So what we can do, and this is why I said Shearwater made it really easy for us. They made a wireless charger for us. So basically you can take this anywhere and you can have a power bank, something that you can have and take with you, and it's really easy. And you just charge it up just like that. Alright, so here you have your standard wireless charger right here. It's just a wireless charging pad. So what we can do, put the Teric right on there, and as you can see, it just starts charging right away. Now that's another thing. If you guys lose the wireless charger that actually came with your Teric, this is another thing you can do. Get a wireless charging pad, a good quality one, and you can charge your Teric actually on there. All right, so we have our phone in power sharing mode. We're gonna go ahead and put our Teric right on the back of it. And you can see here, the charging indicator lights up and we are now charging. So this is a complete last resort. If you guys are on vacation, you lose your charger, whatever happens, this is a different way of charging it, but it still works. All right, next I am going to talk about the actual company, which is Shearwater. So I had a recent experience where I misplaced my wireless charger that came with the Teric, and I emailed the company. I asked them, hey, one-time courtesy, would you guys be able to send me a new one out without having me purchase it? And this video is not affiliated with Shearwater at all. They're not paying me to do this review video about it. This is just like my 1-year review video that I'm doing for the watch because I've been using it for that time. I thought I'd share some good things about it and a bad thing about it. So, but like I said, they did not give me any issue whatsoever. They said, please give me your name, your address, and your phone number, and we would love to send you out another one. I think that speaks very well for the company. So the dive watch and the transmitter itself are right around $1,500 rounded up. And I think that speaks a lot of the company, that they back their products so well that they will just be glad to send you out another component of it. I think that's fantastic. They back their product. They know how good it is. And you obviously know how good it is. You're clicking on this video because you want to find out more about it. And I love that about the company, that they stand by their product. When you have a great product and you have a company that knows it, they stand behind it. I love that. So if you ever owned a G-Shock watch, this is kind of a larger version of that watch. It has like the same form factor, the same shape. It's just a little larger version of it. You can see how bulky it is on the little side view right here. That's kind of where I have the issue, is how bulky it is. And I know you have to fit a lot of components in there. You know, it has to be sealed. On top of that too, it has the battery in there. So I know there's a lot of reasons why it is the size that it is, and I get that. But the fact that a lot of people tell you, oh, you can wear it any time of the day. It goes great with business as it does out in the water. And I find myself not really using this outside of scuba diving. It is much larger. It's at times a little uncomfortable on my wrist. I do have a large wrist. For somebody that has a smaller size wrist, this would be too big for you, and it would be semi-uncomfortable. If you have a bony wrist, this sits right on top of that, and this could be a little uncomfortable for you. So keep that in mind when you're buying it. If you know somebody or your local dive shop actually has it in their store to purchase, make sure you try it on. You don't just buy it. For me, it's not so much of an issue just because I have a larger size wrist, but if you have a smaller wrist or a bony wrist, maybe you want to try it on before you buy it. That's my only advice to you. Price-wise, this is on the more expensive side, but there's more expensive dive computers out there, like the Garmin MK2i. Well, that's basically it for my 1 year in review video. I just wanted to kind of share some things I found about the watch, some really good things that I love about it, and the size component, which is not really a great thing about it. All right, guys, well, if you found this video useful, make sure you go ahead and down below and drop a like. Any questions or comments, go ahead and leave them as well. I'm pretty good about answering everything. And also, if you guys are not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do so now. I would appreciate it, so you guys are alerted to future videos. And I'll see you guys on the next one.